Persol. Persol is spelled P-E-R-S-O-L. I was born and bred in Benin City, Edo State, now Edo State. Then it was Midwest. Went to Igu Primary School and then to Western Boys High School, and then the name was changed to Wire Willie. And before I moved to Welu Secondary School when we moved to a place called Ego. And then I moved to University of Benin, where I studied theatre art. Then I moved to Niger State. I stayed some few years there before I came to Lagos, United States, and then to Ogun State, where I am presently.
I've got a mansion just over the hilltop in the great land where we never grow old. And someday yonder we will never more wonder. We'll be walking on the street just as pure as gold. Let me sing it. I've got a mansion just over the hilltop in the great land where we never grow.
I do strictly reggae, nothing more. I do strictly reggae. Well, from age 2, 3, 4, 5, when I started to appreciate the medium of music, I was exposed to reggae music. I started to listen to Bob Marley, I started to listen to Peter Tosh, I started to listen to the likes of Bonnie Spear, then Culture came on, and then later on Lucky Dube of South Africa, and then Oris Willie, and then Bushi came on. So I've just been following through with reggae, and reggae has been it for me. That's it.
Just over the hilltop in the great land where we never grow old. And someday
I started professionally my career in music around 95, 96. I started to write my own songs, and then I did my album, His Banner. His Banner was mastered in the US by Tape Music Group, and it's on Amazon. It's doing quite well. It's not widely spread in Nigeria, but His Banner is doing quite well.
And someday yonder, we will never more wonder. We'll be walking on the street just as pure as gold. Let me sing it. I got a mansion just over the hilltop in the great land where we never grow old. And someday yonder, we will never more wonder. We'll be walking on the street just as pure as gold.
The journey has been very interesting. It's been very interesting. Reggae music is special. You have to love reggae, and appears to be for a selected few. But those who appreciate what music used to be for in those days when we were young, not what we see around now. Music basically used to be for information and for entertainment. Then musicians come into music, they've got a message to pass across, and then they come into music and use the medium to pass their message across. So that's been it. It's been very interesting. So I've been trying to push that culture of old, where musicians have a message to pass across, and then they're already using a medium of music to pass that message, clear message across. So there's been that clash between just do something to make people dance and then just pass a clear message across. There's been that clash, but we're making headway.
You've been disappointed. He's running over us, His love. Are you feeling abandoned in the midst of your body? He's running over us, His love. You're not sick. Are you feeling guilty 'cause the past was so nasty? He's running over us, His love. That's why they come say, His love. His love. Yeah, His banner over us, His love. For when we wake up in the morning, late in the evening, His banner over us, His love.
When I started to have this belief that I can do music, when I started feeling like going into music, reggae was the next, to pick up, and it's been inside of me. So I had people to watch, I had people to listen to, and then when I gave my life to Christ, it took some time, and then I still found reggae relevant, after discovering Christ. So it was just an opportunity for me to use that medium to pass my message. And then we're not quite, we're not that many, in that genre of music. So I had large room. So listening to the likes of Magic Fashet, listening to the likes of Bob Marley, listening to the likes of then Gucci just came on strong, and I found, someone to really take after. And then Righteous Man, and quite a number of people. So I get inspired by these people, and most especially, I get inspired by the Holy Spirit. Sometimes the songs just come to me and I jump from the bed and I'm doing some writing. So majorly by the Holy Spirit. And of course I look up to the likes of Gucci, Righteous Man, and so. My opinion, talking from the perspective of a Christian, for those who do reggae, I guess not many of us, especially those who do gospel, understand that there's a difference between reggae music and Rastafarianism. Rastafarianism is a belief system. It is different from reggae. You don't have to be a Rastafarian to be a reggae musician. Rastafarians is a religion patterned after Ras Haile Selassie. Ras was his title. Ras Haile Selassie was believed to be the Christ that was to come the second time, because Haile Selassie at the time in Ethiopia was able to withstand Italian invasion into Ethiopia, and because of that feat, Rastafarians believe that he was the Christ that was to come the second time. So it's a culture, it's a religion that believes in him as the Christ that is to come. Okay, so that's Rastafarianism. It's a religion. It's not reggae music. And then Rastafarians also believe that Addis Ababa is Jerusalem. That's where everyone will migrate to. So it is a religion that is anti-West because of colonialism. It is anti-West because it's believed that colonialism sneaked into Africa behind the Bible. So that is why they have that apathy against the Bible. Meanwhile, in their worship, when Rastafarians play the music, a genre of reggae called Nia Bingi, when they worship with Nia Bindi, there is Bible by the side, and then there is Indian hymn by the side. So that's the time of worship. It's pure Rastafarianism. It's a culture. It's a religion. It is not compulsorily reggae. There are reggae musicians in Jamaica who are not Rastafarians, who are Christians. There are reggae musicians in Jamaica who are idol worshippers, who are not Rastafarians. So when you hear gospel reggae musicians in Nigeria, in Africa, in Ghana, in Liberia, for instance, in their music, say Rasta, they don't know what they're saying. It's not a chant. It's a belief system, it's a culture, it's a religion that is antichrist, that believes in Haile Selassie as a Christ. So it's different. So we need to do our studies before we go into what we go into. And you don't need to smoke Indian hymn to be a Rastafarian. I'm not inspired by anything. I don't drink, I don't smoke. I'm inspired by God, and that's okay. So reggae is not synonymous to Indian hymn smoking. Reggae is not synonymous to Rastafarianism. They are different things. So if you want to do reggae, do reggae. So people need to know this and understand that. We need to read about what we go into. The number of people feel that they must speak patois as a reggae musician. It's not compulsory. Patois is Jamaican pidgin. In Nigeria, we have our own pidgin. You understand what I talk so? So we get our own pidgin for this side. So patois is Jamaican pidgin. Lucky Dube never spoke patois because he was talking to the South African audience. And they needed to understand it. A number of us who forced ourselves to speak patois in this part of the world, we talk to ourselves in the end because nobody understands. This is Nigeria. We have our pidgin. They are trying to learn what we have, but we are forcing ourselves to bring in what they have into a strange market. We are not connected. So we need to understand. Yeah.
I'm heaven bound. I'm just a pilgrim in search of a city. I want a mansion. I want a crown. I got a mansion. I got a mansion. Just over the hill, in the great land where we never grow old. And someday yonder, we will never more wonder. We'll be walking on the street, just as pure as gold. I'll sing, just over the
I try to find a point of distinction for myself, but truth is I don't know. The only difference is that I'm just myself. I don't know. I'm just a soldier. I'm myself. So that's the only difference. This is called Persol and the Wilderness Wailers. The inspiration is that we are a lone voice in the wilderness, wailing and warning people against the second coming of Christ. So our songs follow that pattern. Then the picture we put up, the attitude, as you see in me, is that of a soldier, that of John the Baptist. That's the attitude. That may be what's making difference. So if you think of John the Baptist, who was just alone in the wilderness, was unique in his own way. Maybe that's what makes me different. Otherwise, I'm just like my brothers. it gladdens my heart each time someone walks up to me and says, I listen to your music and you've got a message. It just makes me feel like I'm flying in the air, because that's the point. The message. When you say gospel artist, it's gospel, it's message. It's not making people dance. It is passing a message. If the music made them dance, good. But gospel is music. So each time they come to me and say, like last week, a lady walked up to me and said, I listened to your music, I got your CD, and I listened to your music. You've got a message. It just makes me feel good. So that's the point. We've got a message. It's end time message. It's strictly gospel. It's strictly reggae. I'm glad you know about my book. I also write. The thing with writing is you're writing. You're either writing a song, or you're writing a book, you're writing a story, you're writing an article. You're just writing. You're a writer. So I'm a writer. Spent 16 years in the advertising industry, and then before coming to the media, so I write. So sometimes I'm inspired towards the line of music, and then I write a song. At other times, an entire book drops in my heart, and it's a message, and I begin to write a book. So I do both writing a book, writing songs side by side. They just keep going. Yeah.
You've been disappointed.
He's running over us, His love.
Are you feeling abandoned in the midst of your body?
He's running over us, His love.
Presently, by God's grace, I'm working on another single. It's titled One Word. One Word is actually called from a portion of John chapter 17, where Jesus talked about, oh, that we wish that we come together. So one word is talking about unity, the unity of the church of Nigeria, the unity of the church of Africa. We won't go too far if we keep fighting ourselves. We need to come together. We need to come together and be united. That's what one word is about. You see a Christian coming from this denomination on a Sunday morning walk past another Christian who is coming from this other denomination. They don't even say hello to each other, and they are both carrying Bibles, and they walk past each other like enemies. So one word is saying, hey, we need to join our force together. Hi everyone, this is Persol. One love one.